how you play the game matters much more than winning the game. This is something I've kind of thought about for a long time. But what does it kind of mean? I don't think it really kind of comes from anywhere. I feel like it's a phrasing that, I've kind of come up with, but I think the concept has probably come from somewhere else. How you play the game matters more than winning the game. Why do I think about this? What does it actually mean? A lot of people in life will, kind of do anything to win at any costs. You hear people kind of talk about that. I'm competitive, but not to that degree. There are certain lines that I just don't want to cross in order to win something. And it doesn't matter what it is. I think there'll be very, very, very few rare things that, I would do absolutely anything, to win at, if winning can be kind of taken into sort of every scenario, because there's not always an opportunity to win, it's something else. But think about, there's a lot of people in the world who make a lot of money, or gain a lot of fame, or require a lot of, notoriety or accolades, or whatever it might be, is stuff that they're after, by playing the game in a way which, I don't agree with, or other people might not agree with. They might not think it's a problem, but it can kind of create this feeling where other people around, and me, and maybe yourself, you're looking at this thing that maybe people have attained that you want, and you might reach a point that you're sort of like so desperate to achieve it, you feel like, well, I have to put aside like some of my values, or something that I really do, something I don't really want to do, in order to get to where I want to get to. And I don't think that's the case. Like, it might be a shortcut to victory, but I think the way we play the game, whatever it might be, really, really matters. I think if you go down the road of destroying your own values, or living against things that you don't agree with in order to win the game, I think that's probably going to, increase your chances of having a lot more regret. My example is, I play a lot. Well, I used to play a lot of badminton. It's my sport, really. And I was very much of inspired by some of the, the kind of the great legends of the sport: Lin Dan, Lee Chong Wei, Peter Gader, name a whole bunch, Kenta Momota. If you're into badminton, welcome, by the way. And there was an interesting professional badminton player called, I just mentioned, called Peter Gader. He was a Danish badminton player, Denmark, and he had an interview at one time, and he was basically telling about how European coaches differ quite differently to Asian coaches, and the Asian style of like badminton is a lot more aggressive, fast-paced, attacking, and whatnot, and the European sort of styles tend to be a little bit more defensive, calculated, shot placing, stuff like that. And he said, I don't want to play like that. I want to play aggressive, positive, forward thinking, putting, being proactive type of play style. And his coaches were kind of against it. But for him, it was a non-negotiable. He wanted to win in the way that he wanted. And I kind of took that on as well. Before I heard this interview with him and stuff, but I had the same feeling. I wanted to win the way I wanted to. I don't want to win if I had to just constantly play second fiddle and defensive and play in an unnatural way that was kind of against what something I didn't like to watch. I wanted to, see players that, are positive. So this aspect of how we play the game matters more than winning the game is so important. You don't want to go against your values. You don't want to win at any cost. You'll regret it in some cases. And think about the people who will see, your example in time to come, whether it's like, young family members or friends, You know, they want to see you do well, but they want to see you do well in the right way. Not everybody's going to agree what the right way is, but most, you know, people will sort of trend towards in the same direction, you know. And if you've got good people around you, they want to see you do well, but not at any cost. Bear that in mind. In a video that I've said, you know, previously is, don't open the door to something you wouldn't want to do again, you know. So find a way to play the game and win in your own way. Don't get to a point where you throw in the towel or do anything to get there. Most of the time, it's probably not going to be worth it. Thanks for watching.